Okay, so I'm just giving you an idea about the Lean and Six Sigma. So one thing I want to tell you that Lean and Six Sigma, these are two different things. These are two different techniques actually, two different methodology. Let's discuss about Lean and Six Sigma both. And nowadays, most of the companies they are using the combination of Lean and Six Sigma. Okay, so I'm just giving you an idea about what is Lean, what is Six Sigma, and how we can use the combination of Lean and Six Sigma, and how it will be really beneficial for us, not only in the professional career but also in the personal point of view also. So, what is Lean, guys? So, Lean means this is a technique, this is a methodology which is going to be very useful just to reduce your waste. Okay, so we are going to discuss about different kind of waste, that how many types of waste we are having, and through the Lean how we are actually going to reduce the waste. Okay, and we are targeting waste in the Lean. Okay, and it has been started by Toyota. It is having a very interesting history actually. I will discuss about the history of Lean also, and how Lean has been started and what is the impact of the Lean. And this Six Sigma, this one is more related about the variation. Okay, this is more related about the variation, that how variation you can control by the Six Sigma. Okay, so these are two different techniques, but both are impacting each other. Okay, how? Like if you are going to reduce your waste, so you can see your variation is also going to be reduced. So both are actually impacting each other, and that's why this is the reason we are using combination of Lean and Six Sigma. Because if you are going to reduce the waste, it is automatically going to reduce the variation. It's pretty simple. Okay, so I'm now going to discuss about the history of Lean and Six Sigma. So guys, this Lean has been started by Toyota. This Lean has been started by the Toyota. So you know most of the Japanese companies, like for example Toyota, Honda, Nissan, uh, Sony, Panasonic, these companies are known for their quality products. These companies are known for their excellent quality products actually. Okay, and for their excellent quality principles. But if I'm talking about in 1940s, 50s, the condition of, in fact, in 1960s also, the condition of Japanese companies was very, very poor, you know, and these companies were struggling a lot. And in fact, there was a time when Toyota was nearly about to reach towards the bankruptcy. Okay, so that was a very hard time actually. That was very crucial time for the Toyota. You know, so at that time, owner of Toyota, he was decided to increase their product productivity issues, their quality issues. So he appointed uh, one of the one of the industrial engineer, to lead one of the project, and his name was Taichi Ono. His name was Taichi Ono. So Mr. Taichi Ono actually he was the responsible person to lead this project, and through this they want to reduce all their problems, especially problem related to the quality, especially problem related to the productivity, efficiency, and a lot of quality issues. So Taichi Ono he was the responsible person, and he actually started this project, and this project name is Toyota Production System. This Toyota production system, it has been started by Taichi Hono, and that was a turning point in the history of Toyota. And for this project, he visited US. He visited a lot of US companies like Ford Motors, General Motors, Walmart, a lot of companies, automobile companies, and a lot of supermarket he visited. And he realized that in Toyota, they are doing a lot of mistakes. Okay, and one thing he realized, that in Toyota, mass production system is not a useful idea actually. They have to change their strategy, they have to change their tactics, and they want to change and they want to convert from mass production system to another production system. So they have started a production system, and there was one of the this quality group, prestigious quality group. His name was Dr. Deming, Dr. Edward Deming. I hope so. People who are working in the field of quality, they know about Dr. Deming. So Dr. Deming, he also shifted to Japan, and he had a lot of Japanese companies, especially he helped Toyota to increase their quality issues, to solve all the problems related to the defects, quality, productivity, efficiency. So Dr. Deming, he was shifted in Japan, and he also had Taichi Hono in this project, that is product production system. Guys, they run this project about 20 years, and finally in 1971 they have uh, they have convinced that most of their problem has been completed, and this project was completed, product production system, and this was the turning point in the history of automobile industry. And this product production system later on adopted by other companies, especially German companies like Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes, other companies like in fact Ford, General Motors. They have all adopted this product production system, and they renamed this production system as lean manufacturing. Okay, so the rename is as a lean manufacturing and lean management. Both are almost same. And this is the history of lean, guys. And this this was such a important benchmark that through the implementation of production system, Toyota saved uh, billions of dollars at that time in 1970s. I'm talking about. Okay, that was a huge amount of money. Okay, this was the history, guys. And here, in the lean, actually, one word is very important, and this word is muda. Okay, the meaning of muda is waste. So in lean, actually, you are targeting your waste. Okay, and here you are talking about mura and muri also. Okay, so what is mura and what is muri? So mura means unevenness, and muri means overburden. Okay, so if you are talking about lean, you have to talk about muda. The meaning of muda is waste, and you have to talk about mura, which is unevenness in the system, and also muri, which means overburden in the system. So these are the 3 points you have to remember if you are talking about lean. Now the similar story, guys. This is the almost similar story. Started in the Motorola. That was started in the Motorola about the 6 Sigma. So Motorola was also struggling a lot about their quality issues, and in fact, most of the people do not know about the history of Motorola. And Motorola was making color TV also in 1960s. They were making color TV, 1960s, 70s, and they were having a lot of quality issues, lot of defects, lot of problems in that production, okay, of color TV. And they were so much frustrated that they sold this whole TV unit to one of the Japanese company, and this Japanese company known as Panasonic. Okay, this Japanese company name is Panasonic. And what Panasonic has done, Panasonic utilizes the same resources, Panasonic utilizes the same infrastructure, the same manpower, everything was same, and they increase the efficiency and they increase the productivity up to 95%. And this was really shocking for the Motorola, because Motorola did not think about this, that other company is utilizing the same thing, same resources, same manpower, everything was same, and they increase productivity, they increase the yield up to 95%. That was really shocking for the management of Motorola. and they realize that in the Motorola they are actually doing a lot of mistakes. So finally, in 1979, guys, they have started the Six Sigma project, and for this there were two people which are very responsible. One is Bill Smith, Mr. Bill Smith, and there was another person. His name was Jeffrey Licker. So Bill Smith and Jeffrey Licker. These was the two main people who were responsible for this Six Sigma. And finally, in 1986, they have developed this Six Sigma. And guys, you are shocked to know that Motorola solved most of their problems. And what is the meaning of Six Sigma? The Six Sigma means 3.4 defects per million opportunities. 3.4 defects per million opportunities. The meaning is that if you are making 1 million products, you can make only 3 defects. That is 3.4 defects per million opportunities. And if you are converting this into the yield, then the yield will be 99.99967%. 99.99967%. That is the meaning of yield, guys. Okay, so at that level, actually, Motorola has reached. That was really huge, and later on, it was adopted by a lot of other companies like Caterpillar, Allied Signal, and one of the company which make it famous to other companies, and this was GE. GE, they have adopted this Six Sigma in 1995. So GE is General Electric. They adopted this Six Sigma in 1995, and you will be very surprised to know that within 4 years they saved more than $2 billion. They saved more than $2 billion, and that was a huge amount. In 1990s, you can see this is a very very huge amount, and this is the pure savings. And G were not G was not expecting, actually. They were also surprised and they were also shocked to see the results of Six Sigma. And later on, like in the early 2000, most of the companies realized the importance of Lean and Six Sigma, and they realized that now this is the time to use the combination of Lean and Six Sigma. So most of the companies after that, they were using Lean and Six Sigma, and you can say Lean Six Sigma. Okay, so most of the companies they are using now Lean Six Sigma techniques. Not only Lean and Six Sigma, but this is the combination of Lean Six Sigma. Okay, so in 2002 onwards, from 2002 onwards, now we are seeing this is not only Lean, this is not only Six Sigma, this is about Lean Six Sigma. So guys, we are talking about waste and we are talking about variation. These are the two important points, two important things you need to remember if you are talking about Lean Six Sigma. And nowadays, lot of companies, they are using this Lean Six Sigma, guys. So what are the basics of the Lean Six for the Six Sigma? This is a highly disciplined continuous improvement process that focuses on developing and delivering near perfect products and services consistently. Okay. The 18th letter in the Greek alphabet, sigma, is a symbol of standard deviation. So the meaning of Six Sigma, why the sigma we are using, this is the sigma we are generally using in the Six Sigma, and the meaning of sigma is standard deviation. Okay. Six Sigma is a structured, data-driven statistical methodology that can be used to measure the quality of your service and performance and improve it to the highest levels. Okay, and the Six Sigma measure of quality is 3.4 defects per million opportunities, and the concept of DPMA will be defined in the defined phase. So we are having one methodology in Six Sigma, and this methodology is known as DMACC methodology. Okay, this is the DMACC methodology. Generally, Six Sigma is dependent on this DMACC methodology. What is DMACC? So D for define, M for measure, A for analyze, I for improve, and C for control. So this is the DMACC methodology we are using. What is the purpose of the Six Sigma, guys? So decisions are based on the facts and data rather than the opinion. So whatever the decisions we are taking the decisions only on the basis of the facts. We are taking decisions on the basis of the data. We are not taking decisions on the basis of intuitions. Okay, and we are eliminating chronic problems. Okay, which is causing common cause variations. It will improve customer satisfaction. It provides a disciplined approach also to the problem solving, and it changes the company culture, creates a competitive advantage, and focus on the continuous improvement. Okay, so these are the things you have to remember, that Six Sigma is giving you a lot of opportunities to improve your system, to improve your culture, to improve your process. And here in the Lean Six Sigma, we are talking about the whole company culture, guys. Okay, you have to remember this thing. We are talking about the whole company culture. Actually, you need to change the whole company culture. This is not only about just the one process. It is about the whole company culture. You have to improve through Six Sigma. Okay, and you can focus on the continuous improvement. History, I have already discussed you about the history, so I do not want to waste my time here. So Six Sigma is a methodology and a set of tools to help companies continue to improve their processes. Okay, it is created by Motorola as a part of group its strategy to increase the quality of their products, and Sigma is an indication of variability within a sample. Okay, so generally this Sigma word is representing the standard deviation, and standard deviation is actually showing the variation in the sample or in the population. Okay, if a product varies too widely from the average, it proves unacceptable and is termed as a defect. And Sigma can also be used as an indicator of how many defective parts the process produces. Okay, like if you are having more Sigma level, like Six Sigma, it means you are having less number of defective items. If you are having only 2 Sigma, it means you are having more number of defective items. So what is the aim of Six Sigma? So Six Sigma actually improves your process by reducing your defects, by reducing your variation, and many of the tools actually are statistical. Okay, that's why Six Sigma actually this is based on the statistics, and that's why this is known as a statistical modeling. Okay, and this Six Sigma is a 5-phase model. Okay, this is a 5-phase model. We are talking about define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And there are a lot of tools and techniques you are using, like for example, SPC, statistical process control, FMEA, failure mode effect analysis. But there are so many tools and techniques you can use in the system. So guys, this is the DMACC methodology. What is DMACC actually? D for define. Here, what we are doing actually in the define, we are defining the problem. Okay, we are defining the problem. Problem you have to define here in the define phase, or maybe if you are doing some project, so you have to define your project also, you have to define your problem also in the define phase. And you are talking about different type of needs of the customer, and that is known as voice of customer. Okay, so there are different tools and techniques we are going to use in the define phase. And some of the basic tools are, for example, project charter, cycle diagram, voice of customer. And basically in this phase, what you are going to do, you are defining your problem, you are defining your project, and you need to understand what are the needs of the customer, what are the exact demands of the customer. Okay, and here you are going to start your project, that is the define phase. This is the second phase, guys. This is the measure phase, where what you are going to do, you are going to discuss about the current data. You are collecting your data actually, okay, and you are going to collect your current data. And data is a very important part, because as I told you, without data you can't do anything. Okay, data is necessary, data is very, very important. So what you are going to do here in the measure phase, have to collect, your current data, and according to that you will measure what is the impact of the problem, what type of problem you are facing, how big is the problem, and how complicated is the problem. What you are going to do, you are actually going to do in the measure phase. Okay, measure phase means you are going to measuring the problem. Okay, how big is your problem? That is the second phase. Measure is the second phase, where you are talking about your problem identification, where you are talking about your data in the problem. Okay, this is the measure phase. The third one is the analyze phase, guys. Now, after collecting your data, what you are doing here, you are going to analyzing your problem. Okay, means you have to analyze your root cause. What are the root causes of the problem? Okay, you are going to analyze your root causes, because here in the measure phase you have collecting the data. You have collected all the data, current data, and after that what you are going to do in the analyze phase, you are actually going to analyze the root cause. You are going to analyze the root cause of the problem, that what are the different root causes of the problem which are impacting your problem. Okay, and this is very important phase, guys, where actually you are going to analyze your different kind of problems here in the analyze phase. Now this one is the improve phase. So in the improve phase, what you are going to do now, what you are doing here, you are implementing. Okay, you are implement your solutions. Okay, you are implementing your improvements or solutions in the improve phase. So here what is going on, your system, your process is going to be improved here. Okay, in the improve phase. So in the analyze phase, you have already analyzed your root causes of the problem. Now in the improve phase, you are improving your system, you are improving your processes, or you are implementing your solutions here in the improve phase. Now this one is the last phase, guys. This is the control phase. In the control phase, we are talking about on the sustainability of the solutions. Okay, so in the improve phase, what you have done in the improve phase, you have improving the system, you have implemented solutions there in the improve phase. Now what you are doing here in the control phase, you have to control your implementation. You have to control your solutions. Whatever the solutions you have implemented here, you have to see whatever solution you have implement these solutions will be sustained for the long time, and you are talking here in the control phase. Okay, so here you are going to actually controlling your process. Okay, through different techniques, like for example control charts, control plan. There are different kind of Lean and Six Sigma tools and technique we are generally going to use in the control phase. So guys, you have to remember one thing. This is the first phase. This is the second phase. This is the third phase. This one is the fourth phase. And this one is the fifth phase. This is the final phase. Okay. So you need to remember all these different phases, and all these different phases are extremely important in the DMACC methodology. So what is DMACC? DMACC is a 5-step methodology. It provides a structure framework to make sure that improvement projects are clearly defined, clearly implemented, and the results embedded in the standard operations. Okay, so I'm just giving you again the repetition of DMACC. So what is DMACC? In the define phase, you are going to establish the project and form the team. Yes, we are going to actually form the team also for the project. This is the formation of the formulation of the team, what we are doing here in the define phase. Okay, and also we are going to define the problem, and we are going to identify the customer, the critical to quality requirements. Critical to quality means what are the most important requirements of the customer, what we are going to see here in the define phase. Okay, like for example, you are going to buy a car. So in the car, what are your most important requirements? That car should be looking good, car should be economical, its average should be very high. Okay, and the brand of the car should be multinational. So these are your requirements, and according to to the customer, I have to show you that particular product according to your critical requirements. And also we are talking about the scope of the project and through high level process map and cypop diagram. And in the measure phase, guys, measure phase, as I told you, in the measure phase, you are planning, you are collecting your data about the system being investigated. So whatever the thing you want to investigate, you are actually going to collect your data here in the measure phase. And here you are talking about the as is state, and you are talking about the current state. Okay, using a value stream mapping. So here, what you are going to do in the measure phase, you are talking about what is your current status. Okay, what is your current data here. In the analyze phase, you are analyzing the data. Okay, probability statistical tools you are going to use to determine your root causes and opportunities for the improvements. Okay, and illustrate the process as it will become after improvement. So what you are going to do in the analyze phase, you are converting this as is state or current state into the to be state or future state. Okay, this is the thing you are going to do in the analyze phase. And in the improve phase, here in the improve phase, you are selecting the appropriate solutions to the root causes. Okay, and you are going to implement these solutions here. And in the control phase, you are going to improve and implement ongoing control and monitoring and sustain the gain. So what you are going to do here, you are talking about the sustainability of your improved solutions. Okay, that whatever the solution you are going to implement it here, you need to check that all your solutions should be sustained for the long time. I hope so, guys. You are understanding whatever I am teaching. Okay, so I'm just repeating it, whatever I have covered right now. I'm just repeating that Lean Six Sigma is a combination of two methodology, which is Lean and Six Sigma. And Lean is mainly focused on waste. Okay, we are talking about the wastage of the material, wastage of different type of things here. Okay, we will discuss actually what type of 7 waste we are having. In fact, 8 waste we are having. And Six Sigma is about variation. Okay, the problem which is related with the variations. Okay, that is about the Six Sigma. And Six Sigma has been started by the Motorola, and Lean has been started by the Toyota. Okay, so this is the brief history I discussed in the previous slides. What is the value of the Six Sigma? So the primary objective of Six Sigma is to reduce your variability, and variability may lead to multiple defects. So the variation reduces the number of defects also come down. Okay, and Six Sigma is a fact-based, data-driven philosophy of improvement that values defect prevention over defect detections. So here we are more concentrating on the defect prevention rather than the defect detections, and it derives customer satisfaction and bottom line results, and it also applies wherever variation and waste exist. Six Sigma is about creating a culture that demands perfection and that gives employees the tools to enable them to pinpoint performance gaps and make the necessary improvements. Okay, so these are all the things we are talking